Krishna the people here as well as in front of the screen. Get your last minute for your last little preparation, some thingamathings and what you feel you need to do. And then, my friends, take a last little big stretch out if you're still laying on your back. Then you can bend your knees, roll over your right side, and let's meet in our first comfortable seat. Sit nice and tall. If you're sitting for a while already and you want to change something up, go ahead. Your main effort is to lengthen the spine, to sit very, very tall. Hands resting in your lap or on your legs. And you can either close your eyes or at least soften your gaze, as we say. Soft eyes, just staring into nothing. That's super fine. Do you feel your chest wide and open? Your collarbones, sleutelbane, nice and broad? Sitting with no extra plan. Not sitting to search for anything, just sitting still. Not trying to make it something or to make it look something or make it feel something, just sitting for the sake of sitting. And stuff will come up. Ooh, there's an itch. Well, then there's an itch. Now you know. And then you let it go again. Ooh, maybe you feel stiffness, tightness in the body. Well, then you know somewhere in your body is stiffness and tightness. Great. Let it go. It's very hard for us to only observe. We love to get involved. We love to get involved in the story, especially if it's our story. So to take this little bit of distance. To allow yourself to sit simply, purely, for the joy of sitting. Then let's start as we always start with 3 rounds of Om. Bring your hands together in front of the center. Exhale. Slowly inhale. Soft shoulders, soft face. And then you can rest your hands back onto your knees. And we're staying with the chanting, like it's not enough. And we're going to go through the bija mantras. Remember the bija mantras? The sounds of the chakras. Every different, like main chakra has a certain sound connected to it. So from the very bottom base, it's Lam, Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Hum, Om, Om. These are the main 7 chakras. So I don't want you to think a lot about it. We're just gonna a little lum 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 bum bum bum. Super simple. I mean, just don't make something out of it what it doesn't have to be. Simple. A little funky, isn't it? Good. If you need to change up your legs, you can always do this. So I like the bija mantras, first of all, because I just like the abstract nature of it, you know, because most of us, we don't have a natural connection to any of those syllables, except maybe yum, 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 or ham, or I don't know what you're thinking of. So, and what I like as well is that the way I play it now, that the last few rounds of Om are very unsatisfying. Did you notice that? We are so used to have about 10-15 minutes to Om it out, like Om. And it's nice to notice where we are very attached to. Those little things in our practice. We get very used to those lovely methods and techniques that we are using. But when we talk about this teacher, Nisargadatta Maharaj, there's this book, I Am That. Does anybody took a page from it? Anybody sniffled around in it? Did you do a yoga teacher training and had to look into it? So it's not that he sat down one day and was like, you know what? I'm going to write a spiritual bestseller. No, it's all written by somebody who had conversations, endless conversations with him. So it's all question and answering, question and answering, question and answering. And it's not a book you take with you on the beach. It's not like an easy read. You read like 2-3 pages and then you're like, okay, let's try to work that in. So one of the things he was then asked in the book by the questionnaire was, oh, we were told about karma and reincarnation, evolution and yoga and chakras and mantras and masters and disciples. What are we to do with all this knowledge? What do you think Maharaji said? Don't worry, it's just like, nobody's seeing you, so it's all good. Nothing. He said nothing to it. He's like, I'm not going to answer that question, or... Not bad. Let it be, or more clearly, leave it behind. And this is sort of one of the problems that we have with this non-dualistic philosophy. If we talk to the non-dualistic people, they are all sitting and looking at us and saying, you don't need anything. You don't need asana. You don't need meditation. You don't need mantra. You don't need to be vegan, vegetarian. You don't need to... Nothing. Nothing is needed. Actually, it sort of can work against you by filling your beautiful little head with too many techniques and things, and this is how it should be and this is how it should go. But if you step back for a second and think about it, doesn't matter what you look at, be that the yogic practice, be that Buddhism or any other religion, it's not the one technique. If there would be one technique that fits everybody, well, we would all be doing it. There would be only one yoga school, yoga style or whatever in the world. And everybody would walk in and come out enlightened. Because it's that one surefire way of how... Yeah. Shit, huh? So, let's quote him. He says, leave it all behind you. Forget it. Go forth, unburdened with ideas and beliefs, because that's all it is. Abandon all verbal structures, all relative truth, all tangible objectives. He talks a lot about truth. And relative truth is, oh, today is a beautiful day. And you say, no, not really. Because we talk, it's all relative. We can all argue this. This is one of the most fascinating things in America, because I've never seen it that way in Europe. The debate club, that you have to debate something, that you have to argue, doesn't matter which side. You don't have to be for it or against it, but you have to argue it, like everybody turning into a little lawyer. I don't know, did anybody do that in school? Yeah, really? Or maybe I'm too old or something. I don't know. But it's this funny little nature, this arguing. We like to argue things out. So as long, even about these topics, as long we can talk about it, it's just relative. We just talk. It's just words. Nisargadatta said the only way to experience is to experience, not talk about it or think about it, but to actually feel it. So why do we have then all the freaking methods and techniques and shimmel-mishims? Why do we do this? I mean, we could have all been now on a nice terrace with the other people. We could have, had a nice drink now with social distancing and all that, but why are we here? Why are we doing this? Why are we following methods and techniques? Because we are not enlightened. It's very easy. Okay, I give you this. I like this example. You are a driver of a car, and you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, this car is so great and it's very comfortable. A lot of people fit in, a lot of space in the trunk, and this is the fastest route to that location, and this is the best way to drive it, and this is the best way to tank it, and this is the best. And you're talking to somebody who can fly. And that person is just standing there. And the worst of it all, it's not like he's a superhero and everybody else is in the mud. No. The guy who can fly actually knows that we all potentially could fly. Potentially all of us. And we are like, but the car, and then we're driving around, and then it takes this long, and he's like, it's not important. You know what I mean? That's a bit of kind of that example. There are many enlightened beings who don't give a fuck about teaching, because it's not important. Not really. Not everybody is called for it. It's like, at that point, you're like, meh. It's like, just live life. Some are called for it, some are not. It's that complete stepping out of life, and we try to talk about it and think about it while being in life, while living life and paying taxes and trying to get a job and paying our rent and all the mundane stuff. So always, whatever you do and whatever style you follow and whatever thing you do, it's like Fight Club. Just don't talk about it. Don't talk too much about it. Don't make it a lifestyle. It's not a lifestyle. It's just something you do while you live your life. It's really all there is to it. Anyway, please come off what you're sitting on top of and check your legs out. Good. Are your legs shook? Come on, let him go. Let him go. It's like when you do this. Yeah. Hammer your legs a little bit. Come on, make it rain. Try to sit nice and tall and step your right foot onto the mat. Right knee super comfortably bent. Left leg though is really long. Good. Trying to sit tall. Right hand behind you. Left arm or left hand just to the outside of the knee so you can pull a little bit. Inhale, lengthen the spine, push your right hand deeply into the floor, sit tall. Exhale, go into the rotation, into the twist. Look towards your right shoulder. What is happening right now in the posture? Are you waiting to get out? Are you waiting for my cue so you can come out? It might never come. We might stay here all class just to teach you a lesson. Exhale, turn yourself back forward. But we do this all the time. We're like waiting for the next moment. Like, oh, then. Be in it. Stay in it. So left knee comfortably bent. Right leg long. If you need a little bend to sit a little taller, super fine. Good. Left hand behind you. Push your fingertips into the floor so you can sit tall. Right elbow or right hand or right arm around the knee. Very comfortable. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, follow the twist towards the left shoulder. Just be in it. You don't need to enhance. You don't need to make it better or deeper or something else than it is right now. And on your next exhale, turn yourself back forward, crack your legs out. And then you can cross your ankles, roll over, swing the legs around and come onto hands and knees. Spreading your fingers wide. Keep your head just in this neutral position, so your head is not going to move a lot. On an exhale, round the back, but just work your belly button in. Pull your belly button in. Don't squeeze your butt. Just belly button in, round the back, and your head fairly relaxed and neutral. Then on the inhale, start to let your belly drop, arching the back, but notice when your back muscles are engaging. Exhale, again, round the back, draw in, head is nice and comfortable, you don't bring your chin to the chest this time. Yeah, neutral position, I know, just changing it up. Inhale, arch your back, let your belly drop. But don't try to engage your back muscles to force it very deep, then soften it a little out. Good, last time, exhale, round the back, only abdominals working strongly in. And inhale, arch the back without those deep back muscles working very hard. And then come to your neutral position and shake yourself a little out. Curl your toes under and lift into first down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then, of course, as always, you can walk your dog a little bit out, you can shake, do your thing. Breathing should be one of those things that you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, guys. Then on your next inhale, come forward to a high push-up plank. Knees down, lower down, onto the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, long neck, shoulders away, happy cobra. Exhale, lower down. Same thing with hands slightly off the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Oh, that's the back muscle. Thank you. Now you know. Exhale, lower down. Hands to the mat. Bring it back to hands and knees. And lift back into down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Neck is nice and long. Walk your feet forward to the very top of your mat. Feet hip width apart, so you have a nice and steady stance. Ooh. Head drops fully. Really, truly feeling that your upper body is flowing out of your pelvis. So you're holding as little as possible in the back. Ooh. And then bringing your hands onto your thighs and start to lift yourself up to stand. Hands together in front of the chest, heart center. Step your feet together, inner toes touching. Standing very, very tall. Exhale. Arms circle up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward and down. Torso to the thighs, head drops fully. Inhale, half lift, lifting the chest. Exhale, left foot, right foot, back, down dog. Re-lengthen the spine. Your sitting bones are lifting up high, while your heels are lengthening to the floor. On your next inhale, come forward to a high push-up plank. Exhale, lower down onto the floor. Lot of back muscles. Inhale, open for cobra. Yeah, shoulder blades down your own back. Exhale, lower down. Good. Navel in. Back to hands and knees. And back into down dog. Fingers are spreading wide. Good, lovelies. And on your next exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. Good. A full exhale to fold forward and down. Inhale, come back to stand, touch the ceiling, arms reaching up. Exhale, hands in front of the chest, heart center. A full inhale, push your feet into the floor. Exhale now, fold forward, navel pulled in. Inhale, half lift, lift the chest. Right foot, left foot back. Exhale, down dog. And again, using that moment to lengthen the spine. Lovely. Let your head drop in between your arms so your neck doesn't stress too much. Spread the fingers wide. And if you have a slippery yoga mat, well, so good for you, because then you have to work those muscles a lot harder. Good, very nice. Inhale, forward to a high push-up plank. Exhale, lower down onto the floor. One more cobra. Inhale, peel the chest off. Happy neck, happy forehead. Exhale, back to down dog. Yeah, moving, moving, moving. That's all. Good, very nice. Keep your fingers spread wide, fingertips pushing into the floor, living your down dog fantasy. Had a little breather there? On your next inhale, lift your right leg up high. Right foot steps forward, big step, so shuffle forward if you need to. Left knee comes down. Open your chest to the right, reach the right arm up high. Don't hang on the left arm, but push your left hand firmly into the floor. Good. And now we're going to change. We're going to tuck the left toes under, and we're going to lift the left knee off the mat, lifting the left thigh, lifting the left thigh, lifting the left dijbeen. Linker dijbeen. Thank you. On an exhale, bringing your right hand down. From here, bring yourself up to stand. And reach your arms alongside the ears. Don't hold your breath. Good. Now push your left foot hard into the mat. Ooh, yeah. Navel gently in and up, lengthen the spine. Arms reaching, happy fingertips. On your next exhale, hands down, step back to down dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward, big step. Right knee comes down. Right hand stays on the floor, open chest to the left. Left arm reaches up high. If you notice that your left knee wants to wander out to the side, maybe you can hug your left leg a little in. Yeah, thank you. Push your right arm strongly into the floor. Feel the left arm lengthening because of that. And then tuck your right toes under, lift the right knee off the mat, lifting the right thigh. Level the hip. Good. On your next exhale, bringing the left hand back down. Inhale, lift yourself up to stand high lunge. Then reaching the arms up alongside the ears. Back leg nice and long if you can. Good. And then push your right foot down into the... Good. On your next exhale, place the hands onto the mat. Step back into down dog. One deep breath here in. And exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. A full exhale to fold forward and down. Inhale, circle the arms up to come to stand. Exhale, hands in front of the chest, navel in and up. Last round, inhale and exhale. Half lift, inhale. Both feet step back, exhale, down dog. One breath here just to lengthen the spine. Exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts up high, long leg. Right foot steps forward, big step. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Back leg nice and strong, and there's no good reason for you to let your belly push out. Drawing that corset a little tighter. Arms reaching, maybe lifting your gaze a little higher, your eyes. This should feel stable. On your next exhale, bringing the hands down and step back into down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up high, long leg. Left foot steps forward, big step. Inhale, rise up. Activate the back leg. A little bit at least. Allowing your trapezius here. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Spine is nice and long. Navel is drawn in. And on your next exhale, placing the hands down onto the mat. Step back into down dog. Ooh, take one more breath in and out. Inhale forward to a high plank. We're going to change it up. Place your knees under the hip. And bend the elbows back to lower your chest, long neck. Good. From here, push forward into long arms. Pressing the feet hard, knees off the mat. Spread your fingers wide, push your fingertips into the floor. Exhale. Knees down, tuck your toes under and bring it back into down dog. Okay. Let's do that one more time, because this should feel a lot more delicious than you think. If you are sliding on your Smurf blue mat, make your down dog a little smaller. It's a very broad down dog. Make it a little smaller if you can. Yeah. Inhale one more time. Forward to high plank. Knees down. Butt is over the knees. Lower the chest. So you're arching the back a little. There you go. And then push forward and through. Press the feet so hard that your legs, knees come off. Thighs off the mat. Opening the heart. Look at that. Upward facing dog. Exhale back to down dog. From here, darlings, bring your knees to the outside of the mat. Big toes touching. Knees to the outside of the mat for child's pose. So from here, let's build up directly a little bit of a twist. Come onto your fingertips in the right hand. So your chest is a bit lifted and you're looking at your right hand. So you know what's going on. Left arm reaches under the right arm. And then you can bring that left shoulder to the floor. Maybe even letting the left head, you don't have left and right head, but the left side of the head. And then you notice it's sort of a gentle bit of a twist. So the right shoulder would like to fall behind you a little bit. Maybe you could reach the right arm to the ceiling if that enhances the feeling of your right shoulder falling more back than forward. And that's all. Now bend both elbows and bring your hands together into Namaste. Imagine one line from left elbow to right elbow. And then push your right hand a little into the left. Does it help your twist? Oi, 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 oi. Exhale. Slowly release the hands. Right hand in front of your face, pushing into the floor so you can lift yourself out. Oh, arms long in front. Happy child's pose, stretching the spine. Remember how helpful it is to truly lengthen the spine for our twist. And then lifting your head, checking your hands, left hand onto the fingertips. Why? Because it gives a little bit more space. Right arm under the left, pretty much on shoulder height, reaching out, not poking your neighbor. I'm all for poking the neighbor, but as we have to social distance, we cannot poke. Good. And then notice where your left shoulder is, your shoulder blade. Maybe you want to reach left arm up to explore this, straight up to the ceiling. Maybe that feels a bit different. Or maybe you want to bend both elbows until the hands meet. Hands in Namaste as you know it. And as your right arm is nicely fixed on the floor, we could press the left hand a bit into the right. Tiny bit, tiny bit, tiny bit. Oh my God! Exhale. Slowly coming down and reaching both arms forward. Okay. And then slowly bring yourself back to sit up. So we're going to play with this today a little bit, especially this position of arms we might use a lot. And here you don't feel it so much. But if you, as we just did, bring the elbow onto the floor and do this, what do I need now? I need some work. Bam! That feeling. And that's a really, really nice feeling. That's a great way to bring yourself into the posture. So from here, coming back to hands and knees, and wag your little body, shake your body out. Hey, step your right foot forward. At least as heavy as I did. Good. From here, bring yourself to sort of stand tall. If you don't feel like a big step, super fine. Make it a smaller step. It's great. Wonderful. And if you feel, sensitive knee, bring something under your knee or double fold the mat. Good. Hands in front of the chest, heart center. Whenever you supported your knee. So, what do you see always in the yoga class when we go into a deep twist? It's like literally like you're pulling yourself into it. It's so funny to see because you know the elbow has to hook, but that happens later. Stand tall and then turn to the right. 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 More. Until you look at the wall behind you. Now, very gently glance to the left knee. Guess what? Elbow is in a really good position to bring it now down there. Thank you. Right palm presses into the left, bringing the thumbs a little closer to the middle of your chest. And for those who lost their mind during quarantine, feel free to tuck your left toes under and lift the thigh off the mat if you need to. Because you want to make your life more difficult. That is your choice, not mine. But when the knee comes off the mat, it's not just the knee, it's the left thigh that keeps lifting. Yes, keeping that hip leveled. Lovely. Hey. You okay? Easy. Oh, good. On your next exhale, look down, bringing both hands onto the mat. And then let's step back into down dog, I feel. Because you can walk it out a little bit. Good. Don't throw the blankets too far away because we got the other side. Left foot steps forward, right knee comes down. Good. After you child-proofed your back knee, hands in front of the chest, heart center. And again, I want you to imagine your backside and then just the right half of your backside. This half here. And this half, that one wants to turn to the left. So it's just giving the impulse from the backside. Yeah, that's all. It's just in your head. Don't. And then bringing your right elbow towards the outer left thigh. So nice. Thank you. Keep the spine long. Press left hand gently into the right. Maybe gazing over your lovely left shoulder. And if your right knee hurts too much, you could tuck the toes under and lift the knee off, but really lift. Yeah. Lift the thigh. Oh, thank you, Bauke. Shoulders away from the ears, either way. Yeah. It's also part of lengthening the spine, your neck. On your next exhale, look down, hands to the mat, and just step it back into down dog. Unfold your yoga mat, do all the good stuff, yes. And then walking your hands back towards your feet. Hanging a little forward and down, just shake it off a little bit. Good puppies. And then draw the navel in, roll yourself up to stand, and take 2 confident steps forward. Come to the top of your mat. Good. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart, unless you're working hip width legs. I don't personally mind it, but you have to work so much harder to keep your knees in this alignment instead of doing all kinds of like funky thingies. So either way, second toes are pointing forward, hands into the hips, and then you're going to bend your knees and touch the floor. Inhale, stay down here, just reach the arms alongside the ears, inhale. Exhale, hands down, lift your butt, lift the sitting bones. Lift the chest, inhale, half lift. Exhale, both feet back to down dog. Good, my darlings. On an inhale, lift your right leg up high. That's a long leg. Right foot steps forward, big step. Left heel circles down. Warrior 1, warrior 1. Body faces forward. Which leg is working harder, front or back leg? Everything is equally working. What do you mean? What are you playing favorites for? Good. They are working differently, for sure. Front knee is bent, back leg is long, but they are both really connecting the feet into the floor. Arms reaching. And on your next exhale, open wide into your warrior 2. Yes. Hips wide and broad like an open book. Arms reaching long, but no need to bring the shoulders up to the ears. Good. And very tempting sometimes to arch the back, but don't. Yes. From here, turn one more time back into warrior 1. Oh. Exhale, hands down, step back into down dog. Very nice. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel circles down. Warrior 1. Good. Because what do you notice in warrior 1 is happening? It's a twist, it's a spiral. You're spiraling from that back foot. Good. Back leg is nice and strong. In and outside of your back foot connected. Front leg is not necessarily working less, it's just easier because it's much more clear what the leg is doing. It doesn't have to work that complicated. What would happen if your hands don't meet but your arms are reaching super long? Yeah. Do you feel the difference? From to... Yeah, because that's what we want to open up. Exhale, open wide into Warrior Two. People underestimate this so much. Everybody wants to make it look yoga. Doing that little Bali holiday hands together, but how often do you reach your long arms overhead during a normal day unless you have to change a light bulb or paint your ceiling? Not at all. This is really powerful for your front body. Good. Navel in and up. Hey. Good. And then on your next inhale, turn one more time forward for Warrior One. Exhale, hands down, step back into down dog. I know. Inhale forward to a high push-up plank. Exhale, maybe to a slightly lower plank. You can use your knees if you need to. Open the heart. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back to down dog. Spread your fingers wide, remember? Very nice. Good, guys. On your next exhale, bend your knees and look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. A full exhale to fold forward. Navel pulls in, circle the arms up, come to stand. And exhale, hands in front of the chest. Last round, bend your knees, reach your arms, bless it all. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, half lift. Step, both feet back. Exhale, down dog. One breath in. Exhale. Right leg lifts up high. Exhale, right foot forward. Left heel circles down. Inhale, Warrior One. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale deeply, lengthen the spine. Exhale, open wide. Good. From here, reach your right arm forward. Place your forearm onto the thigh, or maybe inside of the knee, or maybe even fingers to the floor. Left arm reaches up high. Extend your left arm over your head into the middle of the room. Unless you prefer to keep the left arm straight up to the ceiling, that's super fine. I love spreading the wings. I love hugging the world, hugging the wall, however you want to see it. Good, darlings. Very well done. And then on your next exhale, simply look down. Inhale, lift yourself back into your Warrior Two, and this time lengthen the right leg out. Reach the right arm forward. Keep your leg active. Right hand to the shin block or floor. Left arm reaches up high. Trikonasana. A little stuck. All good. Leaning comfortably at the wall behind you. Yes, thank you very much. On an exhale, look down. Inhale, lift back into Warrior Two. With exhale, bending the right knee. So there you're in Warrior Two. Inhale, hands onto the mat. Exhale, back into down dog. One deep breath. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel circles down. Inhale, Warrior One. Stay for the exhale to enjoy, to make it beautiful, to make it full. Inhale deeply. Exhale into Warrior Two. Reach the left arm now forward. Place your elbow to the thigh, or maybe your hand on the block or the floor, inside of the foot. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling for sure, feeling the muscles around your shoulder blades helping. And if you want, turn the right palm into the middle of the room, reach the right arm over to create a little bit more sense of lengthening in the right side of your torso. Good. Not right, not wrong, it's just, you know, something to explore. Good, darlings. On an exhale, simply look down. Inhale, lift yourself back to stand. Exhale, extend, lengthen your front left leg. Reach the left arm forward, placing your hand to the shin, to the block, to the floor. Right arm reaches up high with the right shoulder falling back, with the spine nice and long. Longer, longer. Good. On your next exhale, looking down. Inhale, lift to stand. Exhale, bend your front knee. Now we're going to make it interesting. Walk your left foot over to the right side of your yoga mat. You're like, huh? Huh? Bring your hands to the floor. Bring your right heel up. And bring your right knee to the outside of the left foot. Eccola! And then come to sit. Yeah! Easy peasy! Now, there might be a case scenario where some of you sit like this. What do you know what you can do? Either elevate yourself, that might be a nice idea, that's okay. Teaching you a little bit. Or lower leg, right leg long to the front, and then you can sit. Easy peasy. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Which arm goes behind? Always same arm as leg. So the other one can help you. Try the other arm. Good. The left arm, as the left leg is crossing over, right arm. Either again hugging with your elbow, or maybe you want to bring the elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Ooh, child. Left hip nice and heavy, Kiki. Left hip, just give it a little weight. Yeah, just to play with that. You know what I mean? It's not like pushing it to the floor, but oh Lord, it's so heavy. I mean, it's just sinking. We all got enough ass to do this right. So don't you worry about it. Good. Lengthen that lovely spine. Okay. Open your left shoulder a little bit. Yeah, that's it, that's it, that's it. Very good. Exhale, turn yourself back forward. Free your legs. Okay, and then just have your legs in front of you. Sit tall, and then don't sit tall. And now try to twist over to your right shoulder. How much can you twist? It's not easy with a round back. So turn forward, lift up. How far can you twist now? Should be a little deeper. Good. So there is a sense why we do work with a long spine. For every twist, you really want to get every centimeter out. So this time, right foot outside left leg long, ooh, left heel to right hip. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half lord of the fish. And then when you go back, you do it very nicely, don't get me wrong. Right hand behind you. What is the right hand doing? What pushing? Huh? Pushing your right fingers into the floor to help yourself, that's all. And then left elbow around, or maybe even to the outside of your right knee. Good, my love. Bring your right foot a little further forward. Tiny bit, I think. And then you can get the knee a little higher. Do you feel that? Yes. Happy shoulders. And maybe your right hand has to walk a little further back because you're rotating so much. Rechterheup, mooi zwaar, heel zwaar, alsjeblieft. Good. Give it weight. It's a nice and delicious weight. That's your foundation, and from there the spine is lifting and lengthening, and there's also that little squeeze of your shoulder blades to open your heart chest. Yes. And on your next exhale, effortless, turn yourself back forward. And again, free the legs, cross your ankles, remove the block, and bring yourself into down dog again. Walking your hands back towards your feet. Maybe you want to take your hold of your elbows for a moment, letting the upper body fully hang forward as fully as you can. Nice. And take a last deep breath here. Exhale, release your arms, bend your knees, draw the navel in and start to bring yourself up to stand. And shake it a little off. Good. We are going to come into a standing balance, standing twist. Feet hip width apart. Shifting the weight onto the left foot and bringing your right knee up. How high? Well, hip height is enough. Could we include the upper body in opposite hand, left hand goes over the thigh, hooking the finger under the thigh, then stand tall, and now just a little bit releasing the leg a little bit into your hand. So these muscles here relax. Right arm reaches forward, up, and when the right arm moves back, what do you feel happening in your chest? Twist. Isn't that beautiful? And if you really want to go there, you could look towards your right hand. We're gonna wait, don't worry. I'm gonna wait until you're back in the posture. And if you don't do it, I put the camera on you. Good. Exhale, look back forward, hands in front of the chest, and just try to find a moment of long leg and bring it down. Yeah, because it's all just strengthening. Shake it off. What doesn't make sense? So far, everything? Left leg. Opposite arm. Takes. I see also people kind of like holding the leg and stuff. Why do I like hooking the fingers more? Because look what happens in your right shoulder. It is you're deeper in the twist automatically. From here, left arm does the whole windmill, Dutch windmill circle, forward, up and back, pulling your upper body into the twist. So looking back is only the cherry on top. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, look forward, hands back in front of the heart, and a little yay. Turn yourself towards the puja. Face this direction. not the puja. From here, hands into, well, I don't think you need to be zigzag for that, but okay. Nice strong legs, and generally you remember we're like standing here, waiting it out, waiting for good things to happen to us. Draw everything towards this midline. Inhale deeply, exhale, fold forward, placing your fingertips under your shoulders to the floor. And if you're one of those people where with the fingers on the floor your back is very, very round, then you have to lift the floor up. Maybe with one or two blocks, or maybe with a really high block, so there's a certain sense of lengthening the spine. Good. On your next exhale, fold all the way down, folding your upper body in between your legs as a direction. Let your head drop, darling. Little bit. Yes. Yes. Do not hold your breath, because you don't know how long we're going to stay here. You might die. And then start to walk your hands back forward under your shoulders. So now we're going into the twist, so even more reason for you to lengthen the spine as fully as you can. If that means for you block under the middle of the chest, wonderful. Make it a little easier. Left hand on the block or the floor, under the middle of your chest. Right hand to your sacrum. Why do we bring the right hand here, end of the spine, to check pelvis is leveled. We're going to keep it like this. Then from the navel, opening to the right side, the upper body, reaching the right arm up high. Rechte arm naar boven. Imagining how you would align your right arm with your left arm. And then if you bring your right hand one more time to your sacrum and pelvis, do you notice that the right side is a little higher than the left? Because your body wants to help you. Your body loves you. Your body is trying to help you all the time. If you feel, well, it's not doing enough, then release that thought. Exhale, bringing your right hand down. We change places. Right hand under the middle of the chest. Try to lift your chest, lengthen the spine. Yes, yes. And then, left hand to the sacrum, opening your chest to the left. And your hip wants to lift on the left side. It makes things a little easier. It gives you the feeling that you're deeper into the twist. So while you open your front body to the left, pull your right hip a little back, leveling that hip again. So the motion and the movement is fully in the spine. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Exhale, look down. Bring both hands into the hip. And lift yourself up to stand. Bend your knees and step or jump your feet together. And turn yourself forward to the very top of your mat. To come to sit on your mat without using your hands. Good. We're going to turn back to the long side of the mat. So you can face the puja if you want, just that you're on the long side. And we're going to keep the right knee bent, and we're going to lengthen the left leg out. So let's try to face everybody in the same direction. Left leg long, right knee bent, sitting in between. If you need help, what do you got to do? Take help. I mean, you know. So there's this posture called Parivrita Janusirsasana, and people love the posture. But sometimes the body is not ready for the posture. And then you see a lot of these kind of things. which is not it. So what I want you to do, left leg is long, sitting tall, bend the long leg, flex maybe even the foot, then you can take the instep. I would take it from the inside of the leg, so maybe little opener. And then from here I do what? Lengthen the spine. Right arm, opposite arm reaches simply out. And I want you to imagine this connection between your left thigh and your torso. Ah, you were sitting up, like you're in the back of the class. You're like, I know the answer. Please pick me, pick me. From here, see if you could reach your left heel a little further out. And then what happens with your torso? It wants to round. So what do you do in the torso? Lengthen. Yes, darlings. You can also hold the ankles. Also fine by me. Good. And then some of you might bring the heel even a little further out. But then, of course, lengthen the spine. Hey. I know, it's not as much fun, but what are you going to do? One day, we might all have simply long legs here. One day we might bring the left elbow inside of the foot, but that's for next week or the week after. Slowly lift yourself back. Do you notice how heavy your right arm is now, huh? Good. Change it. So, this is Parivrita Janusisa Asana. You know Janusisa Asana? Head to knee. And this is sort of the twisted version. And yes, over time, we work with the long leg, holding onto the foot, do all the good stuff. But for this, we need to learn to create links within the spine, otherwise it's all here. Your goal is not to get the elbow to the floor. Your goal is to get your elbow to the floor as far away as possible. That's why I say lengthening. Oh, perfect. Bend your long right leg, take your ankle or your instep, and then lengthen the spine. Opposite left arm reaches out, hugging the world, looking towards left hand, living your best life, #blessed. And then of course you got a neck. God. There's something really powerful next time you're having a conversation, a serious conversation with someone. It's very powerful to come out of that turtle shell. Yes. If you feel, hey, I have a little bit more space in my right leg, don't forget to re-lengthen the spine. Yes, lovely. Maybe a little more. You can play, you can explore, it's all good. Yeah. Love, nice. And last deep breath. Slowly bring yourself back to sit. Bring all legs forward, face back into the middle of the room. Shaking those legs out. Cross your ankles. And come onto your belly. I know. Reaching your arms behind the body, interlace your fingers behind your back, and then allow your shoulder blades to squeeze. But rather than bringing the arms up, think of your hands pulling to your heel. Yeah! Lifting the chest, pressing the feet firmly into the mat. Half Shalabhasana. Good. If your neck disappeared, get it back. Yush. 4, 5. 4. Press your feet harder and unsqueeze your glutes a little bit. Soften your yoga bibs. Yes. Shiva Shiva Shambho. Exhale. Apparently we're coming down. You know you're on camera, don't you? Good guys. From here. Look down onto the mat. Arms again alongside the body. So not interlacing the fingers, but there's still a little of that work in between your shoulder blades. Yeah! So even without me extra lifting, it already gives me a little lift. Inhale deeply, exhale, lift everything off the floor, limbs are long. And while your hands are there, you might take a handful of ass and give it a little checkup that it's not too tight. But really I wish you all tight little conscious badonkadonkas. But not in this position. When we overwork the glute, your feet are turning out like a ballet dancer. That's what we don't want. Slowly come back down onto your other ear. Well done. Hey. Then look down onto the mat and bring your hands under your forehead actually. And then draw your right knee up towards the right arm on the floor like you're climbing a wall. So it's the right knee sliding up the wall. Yeah, that's the one. Now you can hang out here and feel that a little bit, and it's all very odd, but if you feel easy, then you could also come onto your forearms, which gives you more back bend, an asymmetrical back bend. Interesting. Why be here? I mean, if you came onto your forearms, go full throttle. Thank you. Very nice. Soften the mouth a little bit. And if you feel, wow, that's not for me right now to come up this side, stay down. Because now on the next exhale, all of us come down. You can rest your forehead on your hands. Lengthen the right leg down the mat. Bring the left knee up. Change, change, change. Climb that wall. And then come onto your forearms. What is your most helpful yoga prop? Block? Mat? Strap, yoga strap. Do you remember? Do you know any? Everybody's like looking in the back of the studio. What else can we use? They're all hands. Now we're getting into the good stuff. It's all super helpful. Whatever brings you help, brings you help. But your most important yoga prop is your own honesty. And it sounds really cliche, but you have to be sometimes. It's not right on that specific evening. And it's okay to say, like, you know what? I do it differently than 20 people in the room. That takes a lot of guts. It's always about what's right for your body in that practice, not in general. Slowly lower the upper body down, lengthen the left leg down the mat, and shake your badonka like you get paid for it. Which maybe one day somebody does. Was that wrong? From here, I spent 10 years wagging my belt. From here, bend your knees, reach your arms back, see if you can touch the ankle. No. We don't hold. We don't grab. We don't overtake. We are checking like, oh yeah, both there, same time. And then we might as well hold on to it, but okay. It's really good. So what you want to learn over time to really take that hold at the same. Squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit. Little bit. Inhale deeply, exhale, lift up all the way. Exactly. Let's give you a little music for this. A little boom, 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 boom. Okay. Is there a magnet in your yoga mat that pulls you down? Slowly lower back on. Good. Let everything gently go. And that's another pet peeve of mine. The catapulting explosion of coming out of the posture. It's a much calmer, much... like... I don't know. Imagine you have your laundry. And you go into your room and you just shift it all out in front of your closet. That's one way of doing it. Or you fold it neatly back into the closet. I mean, it's very, very easy. Turn onto your back. Heels under your knees. Figure it out. And don't give me that crap because I learned that heels in Dutch is the same word. Heels under the knees. So, yeah, exactly. Arms alongside the body. Push your feet firmly into the floor. Harder. Push your feet down harder. Exactly. Activating the legs, lifting the pelvis off the floor. Go all the way. As if you want to lengthen out your legs. Hey. Do you feel you're lengthening out your legs? Come on, give a little more. Good. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders a little bit more under for 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Slowly coming back down. Kiki, how long do you take classes with me? Was it 6 years, 7 years? It must be a long time. Well, you started when you were 16, so you know. But she knows all my old jokes. They're not going to change. Okay, I'm not happy. Bend your knees and rock yourself up to sit. I know. Let's make Mark happy. No. I want you to understand one little thing. Everybody here is different. If we would stand in a row from small to tall, and we had a certain order, most likely Bauke on one end, you know, as the tallest, and then we would come to sit, the order would change. Because some people have longer upper bodies, some people have longer legs, some people have most likely you would still be on the end. But, so we have different proportions. Depending on the length of your legs a little bit, I see some of you, I do it once for the camera, not bringing the heels under the knees, but you bring your heels super close, so your knees are further away. And then you are trying to sort of set strength and get the height. It doesn't really work so well. So heels straight under your knees, not so close that it's a different setup. It would take me forever now to lengthen my legs out. But when they're a bit more spacious, heels under the knees. Now I can really push my feet into the floor and create a little bit more length. Does it make sense? Good. Second time. Half bridge, that's the last one. Heels under your knees, straight line, just imagine. Push your feet firmly into the floor and lift your body towards your face. Push your feet further and further. You want to lengthen out, that's it. Just don't let your knees party out to the side. Good. Push, push, push. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders a little bit more under. Everybody, place your hands alongside the head with your fingers pointing to the shoulders. Don't worry. I don't care if you can come up. But I care that you push your hands down and make your shoulders a little lighter. Maybe come onto the crown of the head. Maybe, who cares? It's party! Yes, darling, I see you. It is very good. I'm so happy about that. Because this is how we start to make it work. And I know how frustrating a slippery mat is. I know. Slowly, everybody come back down. Shake your legs a little out. And then both knees together or right leg over the left leg. Drop your knees to the left, look to the right, twist. Gentle twist, knees left, look right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Gently roll your pelvis then back to the mat. If you work with parallel legs, nothing to change. If you need to unfold and refold your legs, left leg over right, oh, wonderful. Drop your knees to the right, gaze to the left. Shri Ram Jai Ram Japure Mana Japure Mana Tumi Bajre Mana Tumi Bajre Mana Tumi Japure Mana Tumi Japure Mana Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Japure Mana Japure Mana Tumi Bajre Mana Tumi Bajre Mana and then slowly roll your pelvis back onto the mat. Bringing your feet onto the mat. If you have a block or a folded up towel, blanket, cushion chair kind of thing, great. Then you could bring that block, cushion chair or fold up thing under your tailbone. If not, tailbone is on the floor, but we're going to lift and lengthen both legs up into the sky. Yes. Straight legs, straight up. As well as we can do it. Good. So without doing too much, notice what you notice. Notice maybe where, ooh, this gets a little tiring now. Where does it get tiring? Abs, back, thighs, calves. Do you notice that you start to bend the knees more and more because they're tired or they're still long? And then we're going to count down from 108, holy number, 107, 106, 105. And if you are already worrying about me counting down to 0 and 1, then you're worrying about something in the future, don't you? With all the best of information that you have, slowly bend your knees, step your feet onto the mat, lift your butt just enough that you can remove whatever is under your pelvis, and stretch yourself out long on the mat. Shavasana. I know. Well done. If you feel you need to cover yourself, go ahead. But sometimes just nothing really is big needed for a moment.
I offer my heart to you. I rest my soul in you. I rest in you. I rest my body here. I rest my mind here. I rest in you.
And toes. Stretch yourself out gently. And then step your feet back onto the mat, bending the knees, and roll over to your right side. Traditionally the right side, the auspicious side. And then bring yourself up to a final seat. Take your support under your seat if you need to, sitting on your pillow or your block, sitting tall. And we end with 3 rounds of Om. Bring your hands together in front of the chest, heart center. Exhale. Om Bolo Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Open your eyes, open your hand palms, and bow forward and down to your very lovely self. Sorry. Well, okay. Now you know it's over. Now you know it's over. Anyway, that's why I'm not a DJ. Have a glorious week. Thank you so much for coming out and sharing your practice. Have a good one. And see you next time around. Namaste.